So now you see this is all the functionality. So if you
Right.
just whenever you click in these arrows, right, aggregation function, date time function, filtration function, you will find whatever the functionality is using there, you will find all the functionality. So this is the actually DAX.
Hmm.
Okay. So the
Right.
function which you are seeing right now, it's coming from here. Okay. And the other one is, I'm not sure because I cannot see that clearly, but let me also, like, if you click on search button as well. So for example, I just see there they're using union as well, right? So at the
Yeah.
above you find when you go to again the website, you can search the filtration key. With the help of filtration key, you'll find, you just write union and you will find what union does. The second one, it does select columns. You just click and search the select column, you'll find how it will done. So you will find
Okay.
all the functionality there. Okay, so they are
Yeah.
not using SQL. This one which is right now shows, it is not a SQL, it is a DEX functionality. When you're
Right.
writing a DEX functionality, it written as a Power Query. So that is not called a like SQL query, it is called a Power Query.
Hmm.
Okay,
Correct.
so that
Yes,
is
it
coming
comes.
into comes as a Power Query, and you see the icon is also changed. Okay, so that is a difference. SQL
Okay.
is a completely different. For SQL, we have to first take a database and we have to write our query in that database things, like when we calling it
Yeah.
either in our database scripting or when we calling this line just now I show you, right? There we can
Yeah.
write the query. Here,
Okay.
whatever this window you are seeing right now, it is for the DEX functionality. Okay.
Okay.
The other thing is I'm sharing one more link to you for more references. So those people who work on more in Power Query, right? Like more in Power BI development. So
Hmm.
this is the another. So only these two links are very useful for us for throughout the course. So this is the another one which is called M language. So you will
Yeah.
find somewhere is written let where kind of words, right? Let and where. These are the variable terms which we use in M programming language. So one more reference I shared you. These are the official website, but I will definitely makes very easy to learn. But these are the
So, so
official
what's the
one which
difference
you.
between both these two queries, like these two language?
Okay, so see the difference, the very big difference actually. DEX is for only the data analysis expressions. Okay, so in the term of when you do the like analysis, like right now you do the same in view part. For example,
Yeah.
you want summation with respect of profit and sales. I'm just giving an example. So you just
Yeah.
need a small like for example sum of sales minus or divided by the profit. You just do the DEX, right? Simply you can do that. But now
Yes.
you just want the complete programming in it, right? You just want with the functionality, you want some function in it, you want some method in it, that how it comes, then you need a program in it. So you programming, you have one more option called Python. Now suppose someone doesn't know the Python, someone doesn't know the R as well. There are no other programming language, right?
Yeah.
So they can go directly for the official programming language, M language of the Power BI. So Power
Yeah.
BI programming language is an M. So for
Hmm.
example, you want to make a website kind of things, right? You have a website. I'm giving a complete overview how Power BI big it is. Okay. So for
Hmm.
example, you have a website. In that
Hmm.
website, you want an API as well, that whenever we call it our report, it coming through my Power BI server and it looks like a website in my web page. Okay. So people like my client can see directly my reporting in my website. So he don't have to like do the things like filtration and all. The all things will functionality, it will be like dynamic functionality, it should be in my website. So for that you need a programming language, right? We have to write a program in it. We need
Yeah.
JavaScript as well. So there we
Yeah.
can use it M language. So if you again go to Power BI, let me show you how, where you write your M language. You go to your Power BI. So you will find a
Yeah.
different window for M language as well. Go to Power BI. I like these things. Okay, I have a lot of data to explain, but this is just a
Yeah.
demo. So you can click on anywhere in your, like for example, right now you click on product something, right? So can you just show me where your data is, main table? I think this daily data catalyst is
हाँ
written, right?
हाँ
Go
daily
to
data.
click it
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Not daily, yeah. Click these three dots. Click on three dots.
Okay, three dots here
Yeah.
side.
Yes, there's a three
Yeah.
dots on your right side. Click it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here you find edit query option. Okay. So this is a new window. Okay. And this window called Power Query Editor.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you see here at the above, when you click on this drop box, right? So this is a normal query and functionality. Then above is written Advanced Editor. Click on the Advanced Editor.
Yeah.
So there are some ETL, I can clearly see there are some ETL also already happened, right? So when you click on advanced editor, this is the AM language.
Okay.
Okay, so in the background you will not able to see it when you do the very automation things, but in the background already ETL is done by the programming actually itself. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is how you can see your programming. So programming is already doing, like when you do the source filter column, right? If you see the change data type, so if you see the code is already written with the hash change data is equal to table transformation, like this is written in already, right? But we don't
Yeah.
know, we just simply do the things with a very easily way. So this is
Yeah.
how you can write it your programming itself separately. So that's a difference. Okay, there are a lot of
Yeah.
things in Power BI. Just I'm just giving an example. Yeah, editing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get the
So
difference?
yeah. So this thing is already like it's a system enabled, isn't it? Like filtered rows and all this,
Yeah,
because I know like
yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
solid. Yeah, exactly. So when we do the automate things, right? We just simply do with this our Power BI automations functions. But
yeah.
if you go to the background, if you see all things are doing in a programming way. Okay.
Right.
So for example, you want some changes in it, right? You want some programming terms in a way. You just want your own menu, like you don't want to depend on system. You just want to write your own functions, your
Yeah.
own things. Then you need a programming language, right? The second thing I
Yeah.
want to show, go back again your Power View window. Remember this is a Power Query window and that is Power View window. Okay, so you
Yeah.
should know the little difference in it. Okay, so in Power Query, we do the transformation and ETL process. And in Power View, we do our analysis process. We do the reporting process. Okay, so
Yeah.
that is the difference in the Power Query window and the Power View window. Okay,
Right.
and there is one more window we called Power Model. Okay, so if you see on your Power View window, there are three icons. There are small three icons where you can view your data and model your data. So just go
Yeah.
back again. I think you
Yeah.
already know, I think this thing.
Yeah. This one has. Yeah. Yeah. We know.
Okay, so see there is one option in visualization part. You will see one more option called Python. Okay, so a lot of
Yeah.
people, for example, are compatible with Python, right? Python is also very easy to learn. So a lot of
Hmm.
people are know Python. They don't want to learn some other programming language. They want to do
Hmm.
the DAX functionality. For example, you are not good with DAX. Let's take an
Hmm.
example. You have no idea what a DAX it is. Okay, you have zero idea. You have no
Yeah.
idea about what a SQL it is. Okay,
Hmm.
but you have idea of Python because nowadays Python is also very big programming language in terms of data science and scientific programming language. Okay, so remember one more definition. So Python is not a programming language nowadays. It is a scientific programming language, just like your MATLAB. If you heard about MATLAB, is also one
Yeah.
programming. So and R is a statical language. If you see at the just beside that is the R is also written, right? So R
Yes.
is a statical programming language and Python is a scientific programming language. So for example, you want to work on data analysis, but you don't know the DAX functionality, and you want to do the easy code way, right? Very easy way, but you know the Python. So you can also do that with the help of Python. You do the coding just like a programmer do. So if you click on
Yeah.
Python, you can do the same thing which you do with the DAX functionality. You with the help of M language, the same thing you can do with the Python. So now you
Okay.
have a multiple choices, okay, which you want
Yeah.
to go. Either you want to go with the DAX, either you go with the Python. For Python, you see when we work Python with the data things, we have to know pandas library because Python have multiple library. For web it's have different programming.
Yes.
For data you
Yeah.
have different. Then if you want to work with the R, you can go for it. For example, you don't want to go with the R as well. You don't want to go with the Python. You can go officially Microsoft itself M language. For example, you don't want to go with the M language. You just want to go with the own SQL scripting. If you have the SQL thing, so you go with the SQL programming language, then you don't have to do the things here. You can write it your scripting their side and you can copy paste it just in your advanced SQL query part. And for example, you don't know these all things, but you want in the reporting with a data analysis expression, so you can use DAX. DAX is completely different with all those terminologies. DAX is we using when we need the same time results. For example, you one query will coming that top 10 value with respect to these all 10 charts. This is you
Yeah.
want. Okay, so we have one option called filtrations, but filtration will work on this with one chart, right? For and not with the all multiple charts coming up. Then you have to
Yeah.
drag multiple things, but it not coming up. So what do? You write a DAX functionality for it. For that, you have to write DAX functionality that your condition will implement it all these 100 or 10 whatever the charts you have. Okay, so
Right.
there you can come. So these things, then Dex come up, then Dex take a part of it. Like Dex, they come, okay, let me handle this problem. When you need
Yeah.
a result with respect to reportings, multiple sheets, right? Then Dex will come up. When you need to customize your things, when you need query transformation part should be like you want to deal with the query part, transformation part should be done by the manually, then M language, Python will come up.